Have you ever been in a room full of people, buzzing with opinions, arguments flying everywhere, and noticed that one person, the smartest one, remains silent? Not nervous, not shy, just silent. Why? What if I told you that their silence isn't a weakness, but a weapon? That what they don't say holds more power than everything everyone else is shouting? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand the hidden psychology behind silence and why the smartest people never feel the need to speak, unless it serves them. Silence is often misunderstood. Most people think that speaking up, sharing opinions, or asserting yourself is the mark of intelligence. But history, psychology, and real life tell a different story. Some of the smartest people, think CEOs, strategists, psychologists, even some of the greatest inventors, choose silence deliberately. And this isn't because they are afraid of judgment or lack knowledge. No, their silence is strategic, calculated, and sometimes dangerously insightful. Today, we dive into the dark psychology of silence, revealing why the smartest people often hold their tongues, and what that could mean for you. Picture this: a corporate boardroom. Tension is thick. Everyone is talking over each other. Decisions are being argued, ideas are being dismissed, and egos clash. In the corner sits someone quietly observing. Let's call her Amara. No interruptions, no eye-rolling, no gestures of impatience. Just listening. Hours pass. Ideas fly. Mistakes are made in haste. Finally, Amara speaks. Not a long speech. Not a passionate argument. One simple sentence. And suddenly, everything changes. The team stops, nods, and the solution she proposed solves the problem instantly. Why did she wait? Why didn't she speak sooner? Amara understood something most people never do. Silence is not absence. It's presence. In fact, staying silent often gives a person the ability to observe, analyze, and manipulate the flow of conversation and decision, making in ways speaking loudly never could. The first reason smart people stay silent is observation.
Imagine acest grandmaster.
They don't shout about every move they plan. They observe, predict, and wait for the perfect moment. Silence allows them to gather information without giving away their hand. In social situations, this translates to understanding personalities, weaknesses, and desires. Every word spoken by others becomes a clue. Every argument, every overreaction, every subtle glance is data. Speaking too early? That could ruin the advantage. Silence is the ultimate form of strategy. Silence can be a weapon. In dark psychology, this is called the strategic pause. A person knows that timing is everything. By staying silent, they create suspense. People begin to fill the silence with assumptions, often revealing more than they intended. Consider this. Someone in a meeting makes a bold claim. A smart person doesn't immediately respond. They pause. Let the words hang. Let others reveal their intentions. Then, with perfect timing, they respond decisively and with impact. The smartest people aren't silent because they can't contribute. They are silent because speaking at the wrong moment is dangerous. Their words carry weight, so they choose timing over volume. Not every battle is worth fighting. Some arguments are traps, designed to provoke reactions. A smart person recognizes this. They know that silence can avoid unnecessary conflict, prevent escalation, and maintain control. But here's the subtle twist. While they appear passive, they are actively controlling the emotional landscape. They are reading your triggers, your fears, and your weaknesses, all while saying nothing. Have you noticed how quiet people often seem powerful? This is no coincidence. Humans are naturally drawn to mystery. When someone speaks less, others project qualities onto them: wisdom, authority, knowledge. This is dark psychology at play. Silence can manipulate perception. By revealing less, the silent person controls the narrative. People assume competence. People seek approval. People underestimate them until it's too late. Let me tell you a story. There was a man, let's call him Ethan. Brilliant, unassuming, almost invisible in social settings. At work, he never argued, never corrected anyone, never raised his voice. One day, a crisis hit. A major client threatened to pull out. The office was chaotic, panic everywhere. People argued, Blame was thrown. Then Ethan spoke. But it wasn't advice or a suggestion. It was a simple sentence that exposed a hidden flaw in the client's plan. A flaw no one else had noticed. By the end of the day, the client was not only satisfied but impressed. The twist? Ethan had known about the flaw for months. He stayed silent, letting others stumble, watching patterns, learning weaknesses. His silence wasn't passive. It was strategic domination, quiet, unseen, but undeniably effective. Intelligent people also understand that speaking too much can make them vulnerable to manipulation. Every word you say can be used against you. In high-stakes environments, business, politics, relationships, the less you reveal, the safer you are. By staying silent, the smart person controls the information they share, revealing only what benefits them. They rarely lie, but they rarely overshare. Their silence becomes a shield. Here's the part that most people miss. Silence can be darkly manipulative. Some smart individuals use silence to create discomfort, self-doubt, or dependency in others. If you don't know what they are thinking, you are forced to guess. And guess wrong, and you become influenced, controlled, or even outsmarted. Dark psychology isn't always evil. It's understanding human behavior and using it, sometimes to protect yourself, sometimes to gain advantage. Silence is one of its most underestimated tools. Finally, smart people know that talking is cheap, action is expensive. Instead of wasting energy on shallow conversation, they focus on substance. Meaningful insights, actions that matter, ideas that create impact. Their silence is not apathy, it's a filter ensuring that when they speak, it counts. You might not notice it immediately, but over time, their words weigh more than everyone else's combined. That is power. Next time you meet someone who rarely speaks in a group, pause. Don't assume they are shy, disinterested, or uninformed. Observe. Watch how they listen. Notice when and how they choose to speak. Chances are, what they say will carry more weight than everything you've heard before. Remember Ethan, Amara, and all the silent strategists in history. They teach us that silence is not emptiness. It is strategy, power, and sometimes the most dangerous weapon in the room. So ask yourself, why do smart people stay silent? Because every word has a cost, and every silence has a purpose. If you've been talking too much lately, maybe it's time to learn from the silent ones. The ones who see more, understand more, and manipulate less with noise and more with wisdom. Next time someone quiet surprises you with insight, remember, their silence isn't weakness. It's dark psychology in action.